Hey everyone, Emily here, and welcome to my kitchen. We're coming up on the Super Bowl, and although I never really care who wins, I am always a big fan of the snacks, and my favorite thing has to be the dips. Today, I'm going to be taking one of my favorite appetizers that my mom has always made, making a few changes to it, and turning it into a hot dip, and I think this is going to come out really good. So let's get started. Like so many dips, the base of this is going to be cream cheese. I have about 6 ounces of softened cream cheese that I'm going to add into a bowl. And in addition to that, about a half cup of mayonnaise, and I prefer to use Miracle Whip. Add that to the bowl along with my cream cheese. You could use regular mayonnaise if you prefer. So I'll set that off to the side. Now I'm gonna get started chopping up my green onions. I have about 4 pretty large green onions here. I'm gonna chop off the ends, and then since these are pretty large, I'm going to slice them right down the middle lengthwise, and then I'll just break up the pieces a little bit more. I'm going to chop these all the way up until we hit the green area. And then I'm going to add all the whites of the green onions into my bowl. That's starting to get pretty green. So I'll toss these in here. And then I am going to continue chopping these up, and I'll reserve the green ends for the garnish on top. The main component of this dip is the shrimp, and I'm using about 2 cups of thawed, fully cooked shrimp. And I just got this out of the freezer section. Now, originally, this recipe calls for those canned mini shrimps, and you serve this as a spread on top of English muffins and toast it up in the oven. And I really like how that original recipe comes out, but I thought when serving this as a dip, it might be better if you had something that had a little bit more of a bite to it. So I'm just chopping up some of those frozen shrimp so that we have some bigger pieces. The last ingredient before I get started on the seasonings, about a half a cup of some shredded sharp cheddar cheese, and we'll have a little bit more on the top at the end. To season this up, I'm going to add in about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You don't need to add in too much additional salt here. Pepper, as much as you would like. I think I'll go with about a half a teaspoon. And the main spice that you're really gonna taste in this is curry powder. And I'm a huge fan of curry powder. I think this is why this is one of my favorite appetizers that my mom makes. We're gonna add in about a teaspoon of curry powder, and then I'll taste it, see if we need to adjust it a little bit more. Now that we have all our ingredients in there, I'm gonna give this a mix until it's well combined. Once this is mixed up really well and you don't see any big chunks of cream cheese, go ahead and transfer this into a baking dish. I'm gonna fill this one up pretty close to the top. And then I'm going to top this with just a little bit more shredded sharp cheddar cheese. This is ready for the oven. I have it preheated to 375, and I'm gonna put this in there until it's golden brown and bubbly. So I'm thinking it's probably gonna take about 30 minutes. I'll update you and let you know how long it takes mine. I just pulled this out of the oven, and it did take 30 minutes at 375 to get golden brown on top and bubbly. So I'm gonna top this with my remaining green onion, let this cool off for a few minutes, and then give it a try. This has finally had a chance to cool off a little bit, so I'm gonna give this a taste and see how it turned out as a dip. I have a couple of crackers here. So good. This came out fantastic as a dip. I love the flavor of this. Curry powder really is one of my favorites, so if you're a fan of it, I think you'll like this as well. And next time around, I might even add in a few more shrimp. I love those big shrimp pieces in here, so making that change from the canned shrimp to that frozen shrimp really makes a big difference. I hope you try it, and I hope you like it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit subscribe and the bell icon so you can get notified every time I post. As always, you can find the full recipe to this in the description box down below, along with links to all my social media pages where you can follow along for more of my cooking content. If you tried this recipe out, let me know how you like it in the comment section down below, or leave a suggestion about the next recipe that I should try. Hope to see you back here next time.